Hey everyone, it's Mary from Mindful Movement with Mary, and today I have a stretch for the sides of the neck and the little muscles that run deep on either side of the spine and the neck. So even though this is technically a stretch, I consider it a self-massage technique because we're going to be utilizing a common massage therapy technique which is called PNF, Proprioceptive Neuromuscular Facilitation, which is a long, complicated phrase that basically means we're engaging with the nervous system in order to get the muscle to relax further. So our muscles have all these built-in sets of reflexes to keep them safe. So they have ones that tell us when we're at our end range and to hold back a little bit so that we don't tear the muscle. And we have other ones that say, okay, we're stretching, let's let it out, let's let it relax so we don't tear. So we have to engage with the nervous system and these reflexes in order to increase our range of motion. And it's extremely effective. It may actually be the most effective stretching technique. They're still doing a lot of research on it. So for the neck, we're going to start with a check-in. So sit up nice and tall. Reach the crown of the head toward the ceiling. And begin by looking over your left shoulder. So rotating the head as far as it will go comfortably and then just stop. There's no need to force it. Just notice how far your head turns to the side naturally, and maybe find something in your house that you're looking at that will gauge how far that is. So when we recheck at the end, you can see if there's a change. Good, and then come back to center. And then rotate over to the other side. Again, seeing how far you can come naturally into this rotation of the neck. Where does the gaze land? And then come back to center. All right, so we're going to lay down on our backs. And I'm going to place the feet on the floor a little bit wider than hip distance apart and let the knees lean in to touch. It's a nice, comforting, and relaxing pose. And as we do this work today, we're going to be using our hands to lift and move the head. And the reason why we're doing that is so that we don't use the neck muscles to move the head, because we want to keep them as relaxed as possible. That will get the most out of this stretch. So using your hands as if you are the massage therapist and picking up your head just an inch or two, and then move it to the right an inch or two. So just a little bit of a shift to the side. So now you're looking up at the ceiling and everything's a little crooked. And then rotate the ear down toward the floor. So the left ear, is gonna come toward the floor. So you're looking over your left shoulder just like you did when you were sitting on the mat. And here's where the little bit of magic comes in. So in your next exhale, you're going to press your ear toward the floor with about 20 to 30% of your strength. So not all of your strength, just a little bit for about 7 to 10 seconds. So somewhere in there. So holding the contraction, we're pressing the ear toward the floor. We're not straining, just a little bit of engagement here. And then relax. Take a deep breath in. And exhale and see if you can rotate a little bit further now. So a little bit further, getting the ear toward the floor. And then just hold this place of newfound length. And breathe. So we're not pressing anymore, we're just moving toward that new place of range of motion and resting. See if you can relax the shoulders down. And you can always repeat it. So pressing the ear toward the floor for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then release, take a deep breath in. And exhale, see if you can rotate even further without straining. And just rest. Keep the shoulders relaxed down on the mat. Soften the temples, the eyes. And then very slowly rotating the head back to the starting position. And then using your hands here to bring the head back to neutral. And then moving the head a few inches to the left. And rotating the right ear down toward the floor. And this side's a little tighter for me, so I'm not anywhere near the floor yet, and that's fine. And then we'll do that contract and relax. So pressing the ear toward the floor with about 20 to 30% of your strength. And then releasing. And then rotating the head even further if you have further to go. And then pausing in a place of newfound length. Letting the muscle observe and get used to this new range. And you can do that again. So pressing the ear toward the floor for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And rotate further if you have further to go. And just hold. You always want to hold that place of newfound length for several seconds, up to 30 seconds. And then we're slowly rotating the head back up to neutral, picking up the head and straightening it back out. When you're ready, roll to one side, keeping the neck as relaxed as possible. Use your hands to press yourself up. And we'll recheck to see what your range of motion is now. Sitting up tall and looking over one shoulder and noticing where the gaze naturally falls. Does it fall at a new place than it did before? So I have a few more degrees, I feel like. And then coming back to center and over to the other side. Good. So play with that. It is, I find, very relaxing. So that's why, again, I'm classifying this as self-massage, because not only are we increasing range of motion, but we're soothing these neck muscles, and that can, if they're tight, they can contribute to headaches. So working on all the neck muscles, getting them to relax and increase their range of motion is really key when doing any work from the head and neck perspective. All right, so until next time, my friends, namaste.